It's now time for Around Town on KWN Community TV Channel 7. The views and opinions on tonight's program are not necessarily those of the staff nor the management of KWN TV 7 and Dade County Broadcasting Incorporated. Now, let's go Around Town on KWN TV 7. Well, hello there.
Hello. I told y'all I was back.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back every Monday if possible. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, there'll be a Monday here and there. But
within reason. Welcome back to Around Town here on KWN TV, and we're I'm excited about this show. You got some guests now, and a lot of information.
I always have some guests.
You got
Let
a lot
me
of
tell
information
you,
coming
if y'all
up.
been in the dark, don't worry. You'll see the light now, because I'm gonna uncover all this stuff going on around town. We're gonna find out. We're gonna be in the know again.
Well,
But
that's right. They're writing it down. They're gonna make a list on you and check it twice. All right.
We have.
Hey, before we go any further, let's say condolences to the Ellison family. And for those of you that don't know, we lost a 20-year veteran in the probate court office. Of course, our judge, Jan Ellison, who retired a few years ago, and she passed away over the weekend.
I know, and Jan Ellison was a sweet, sweet lady. I was stunned. I knew she had been having some trouble because my friend Rita Lawson had been putting stuff on Facebook, but I had no idea it was that bad. I had no idea.
Yeah, she'd had some medical conditions since she retired, and
it was cancer.
I didn't realize that it had gotten that bad, but I understand just in the last week, she'd really taken a turn for the worse, because she'd been dealing with this for years, basically. But just a great lady. She was our probate judge for 20 years.
I can see her now.
Elected 5 terms.
She always, whenever you saw her, she always had this sweet. She talked very calm, and just the sweetest thing. I was talking to somebody. I'll tell you, it was Billy Wilburn. I'm gonna tell on him. We was talking about just how sweet she was, and he said, "She was, but you should have been in that courtroom." He said, "You knew she was the." I said, "Was she not sweet in there?" He said, "Let's just say you knew she was the judge." I said, "Well, that was her job."
Well, yeah, right. That's what she's supposed to do.
But if you don't know her, you might know her daughter, Holly Moore. Mm-hmm. Holly's very well known, and I really hate it for her. And I understand that she was extremely, extremely close to her grandchildren.
Oh yeah.
And being a grandparent, that's just.
Absolutely.
I mean, can you? It'd be just devastating thinking about. Yeah, just devastating.
Oh, absolutely. So remember the family, the Ellison family, in your prayers. The funeral, depending on what time you're watching the show, will be Wednesday, Halloween morning at 11:30. Visitation will be Tuesday at Moore Funeral Home, I think from like noon until 8, and then from like 10 until 11:30 on Wednesday, and she'll be laid to rest at the Chattanooga Military Cemetery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where her husband's
well, that's great.
Buried.
That's great.
But Judge Jan Ellison passing away, 20 years. She worked before that for Judge Bradford, who was the probate judge before she was, of course.
Now Judge Bradford.
Mm-hmm. From the bank.
Johnny Bradford?
Johnny.
Oh, she worked for.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He was our probate judge before that, and before that he was our tax commissioner. But you didn't remember that far back, did you? That's.
No, Lord, I know Johnny from the bank. Johnny's my.
Well, that's the reason you'll still hear me introduce him as judge, or say, "Hey, Judge, how you doing?"
Yeah, he says he is my loan officer and my counselor.
Which is he better at?
Well,
now he can talk, so I guess he's probably just as good on both sides.
Johnny, everybody, and I don't know where he got this reputation, because there's got to be everybody's got to have somebody that don't like him, but Johnny Bradford, I don't think has a soul that don't like him.
I've introduced him several times he's been on shows like this, and of course I've been friends with Judge Bradford, Johnny Bradford, for years, but I have introduced him a number of times. He is the only politician that's never been political. And I think that just fits him.
Well, you're probably right. I can see that.
Yeah, he's the only politician here locally that I don't think
And
ever
he
been
can tell
political.
you the funniest stories.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just the funniest stories. But, oh, yeah. You know, he's retired or half
Well,
semi-retired down the bank.
they're wanting to pull him back, but he's wanting to pull the other way, I think. So.
Oh, yeah. He needs to be. I hate it for him because he needed to be in there. You know, when they started redoing this bank down here, I offered to make a big donation if they would do a statue of him out front.
Hey,
If
they may take you up on it at
If
some
anybody
point.
deserves the statue out there in front of that bank, it's Johnny Bradford.
There you go. There you go. So there you go. She's either a counselor or a loan officer. Either one, he's got it covered.
He does. But we do have a big show today. I have several guests. We have Will Garrett, who's going to come on, and he's going to talk about this program. It's called Inspire, and it's for our young adults around here, teenagers and young adults. It's a real empowering program. I know of several kids that's went through it, and it's if you have it's for children. You know, I don't want to say, I don't want to label it. I'm going to let him come on here and explain it to you because I think that any young adult would benefit from going through this program. After knowing them before they go,
you're
and then hearing
right,
them,
but
hearing
it's
them
got a
explain it
special
afterwards.
place.
Yes,
It certainly does.
and that's coming up this weekend. So he's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about that. We have Doug Anderton from the water company. He's going to come on and talk about a large grant that the water company has received and what they're going to do with it, how that's going to benefit us. We have Marshanna Sharp from the library. She's going to come on and talk a little bit about Trick or Treat Alley, and I think we have some pictures from that. That was this past weekend, and let me tell you, Evan, that was a wonderful thing.
It is huge every year with the amount of kids that come up on the square and take advantage of that.
It's
Yeah.
huge. And we've been there every year, but we're always outside. Well, this year I was lucky enough to get a spot inside.
On the inside.
And I never really went in the library because I was always outside at my booth. Well, that library, they had that library done like Charlie's Chocolate Factory.
Oh.
And I mean,
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
and
Factory.
let me tell you something. They were all dressed. The booths were dressed. They had a gold ticket room with all this. I mean,
pretty cool.
it was wonderful.
That's
Marshanna again.
Hopefully she'll bring
knocks
some
it out of the
pictures.
park.
That would be good.
And then of course, well,
You're pretty familiar with.
well, yeah, Nathan's gonna come on here. Nathan Wooten, and what is it he's talking about?
Well, the third year now for the big expo that's coming up,
Yeah,
and it
and
gets
I should
bigger
know that,
and bigger and bigger. And
Oh, I know. I'm
they're
working on it.
they're finding a place. They're finally figuring out that they may run out of room at some point in time.
Well, they've actually, I do know this because I'm helping work on it. All the booths are gone, but we have expanded. So we're going to take them as long as there's a possibility of any space. We're
It's going to be a big event coming up, and if you haven't been to the expo, there's things to win. It's just fun.
And it is so well attended.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
It is so well attended, and this year they're going to have like a kids zone. Well, they had one last year, but they're expanding it. The kids will be making free ornaments. I think they're having a bouncy house and just
It's going to be
different
cool.
things. A lot
Look
of
forward to
people
him
be there
coming
selling
on.
little-
You got a
little
great show coming up.
carryouts. Yeah, we do. So I guess we better take a quick message.
Yep. So we'll take a break.
Marshanna comes. But yeah, we'll take a quick break and we'll get started. We'll be back with our first guest.
Stay here on Around Town. We're back after this.
Hey, but listen, Ann is gonna come back.
Yeah,
she's about over it.
She's at the pumpkin patch today.
Well, she's
So.
waiting to see how the election turns out, I think.
Ah,
No.
okay.
No, we're okay. We're okay.
All right.
It's back for a limited time Guthrie's Buy 4 Get 1 More deal. Come on into Guthrie's in Trenton and Ringgold to get your punch card and start saving. It's really easy. Buy 4 meals at the regular price and get the 5th meal free. It's the Buy 4 Get 1 More deal now at Guthrie's. And be sure to get by Guthrie's for your after-school snack box now available. Guthrie's, home of the Golden Fried Chicken Finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Highway 136 West in Trenton and off Alabama Highway near Food Line in Ringgold.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
At Comfort Gallery in Kimball, comfort is the key. And the key to making it easier to sleep, sit, and stand is a new PowerLift chair from Catnapper. Catnapper's PowerLift chairs feature comfort coil seating for long-lasting comfort and a powerful yet smooth, quiet motor. Some models even include heat and massage. It's really comfort at the touch of a button. See the full selection today when you visit Comfort Gallery. Free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash. Available at Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A, Kimball, Tennessee. This fall, we're rolling out the Love the Bus Elementary campaign. Love the Bus is designed to teach students the importance of safety, respect, and proper bus etiquette. As we continue to enhance efforts of safety for our students, we'd like to have you as part of our team. The Dade County Schools Transportation Department is seeking bus drivers and bus monitors. Part-time hours with full-time benefits. For more info, call the Dade County Schools Central Office today at 706-657-4361.
When I first came down to RE/MAX Property Center, the thing that stuck out to me was the fact that it's like a family atmosphere here. Everybody enjoys working with each other, and all of our clients that come through the door, we treat them like family. We've got agents that's been in the business since the 80s, so that's one thing that sets us apart is the fact that the experience that we have within our company. We have so much to offer. So we invite you to call, text, or send a carrier pigeon if you have to have our team work for you.
Team RE/MAX, we're on your side.
Come hungry and leave satisfied at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon. Cloud's Pizza uses only the freshest ingredients, and we hand toss our own pizza dough. Our pizzas are made from scratch when you order, so they're always fresh. And don't forget about our famous Sand Mountain cheese sticks. You can eat from the daily buffet or try a mouth-watering hamburger or cheeseburger. Come see your friends at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon, and never leave hungry. Call ahead at 597-3100 for Cloud's Pizza. Visit us on Facebook at Cloud's Pizza and more.
Come see us at Cloud's Pizza.
Okay.
Hello, and we are back with Mr. Will Garrett. A lot of you probably see him at Guthrie's. He's the owner of Guthrie's Chicken. So that's one hat he wears. But another hat he wears is all these good people are volunteers. They're doing something. And Will, you're doing a remarkable thing. I remember you talking about this program several years ago. I remember you talked about it for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to briefly describe to us exactly what it is. It's for teenagers and young adults.
Mm-hmm. Inspire Weekend is, you can, by the way, look it up online, inspireweekend.com. But it is a weekend for, you got to be a senior in high school and no older than 25. And it's a weekend of inspiration. We named it right. But it is to help young people find an aim and a direction in life. We don't try to tell them what to do, as in you need to be a contractor, or you need to be a nurse, or you need to be a doctor, or electrician, or whatever. We do not try to direct people that way. But we try to talk about the things that matter in life, no matter what you're going to do, such as values and belief, getting your priorities straight, because that's one of our talks. It's called Order, getting order in your life. Courage, the courage to take life and take control of life and confront it. And then barriers is one of the things we deal with, that you're going to hit barriers in life. Everybody does. How do you deal with those barriers? What do you do with them? Vision, we have business people to come in and talk about vision and how to think about vision and how vision is related to success in life. And then one of the things that we deal with is these are just a few of the things that we work with on the weekend with these young adults is relationships, because we feel like there's some principles in relationships that will, if you get those principles down and are able to work those principles, they will help you to have a good relationship as a friend, a neighbor, a co-worker, an owner of a business with your employees, or employees with an owner. So some basics in life. And we've been very successful so far with many young adults. And most of the young adults that come there, they come from high schools, or somebody nominates them as a friend, a neighbor, a coach, a teacher. And we have A and B honor roll students that come, and others who are homeschooled, and some that are not in school, some that are in college. But they come and they're a little apprehensive at first because it's something new they don't know about. But by Sunday afternoon, by the time the weekend is over, we've not had one exception. They all say, is there no way we could stay at least one more day? Because they love it and they feel a lot of love.
Well, now, where do they actually stay? You're saying the weekend. Where do they actually stay?
We rent out, I'm so sorry for my phone ringing. We rent out Camp Lookout up on the mountain. It's a United Methodist camp, but lots of organizations use that camp, and it's a 60-bed camp and a very nice camp with a kitchen and a big conference room. So we rent that out for the whole weekend, and all the team, we have a team of about 60 people that have helped put this weekend together. And they're business owners, educators, people that love folks all over this county. We have made a commitment to a good percentage of the people that we reserve the weekend for is for Dade County, because we want Dade County to have a priority. We love Dade County. And but
this is our home.
This is our home, and there's not a better home in the world, I don't think.
Yeah, charity starts at home.
It does, and I'm just thankful to be a part of it. We have a young man flying in from Texas this time. His aunt is paying his way, and actually we've had folks come in from various colleges, from University of Tennessee, Knoxville, from MTS, from University of Alabama. So we have it's a good mix of college students, high school students, students that are not in school but trying to figure out what they want to do. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
What about, you're saying from ages, a senior in high school to the age 25? Okay. Do you have you had any that have children?
We have. We've had a couple who have had children. And so, of course, they get child care.
Married?
We are having our first married couple this coming weekend, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. There will be a married couple.
I can see another whole program catch you in
Yeah.
itself.
Yes,
Because
yes.
we have a lot of young married people around here.
Lots of young married.
That really, could use some inspiration.
Mm-hmm. I spoke to this young married couple last Wednesday, and they just signed up last week, and they're very excited. And so I know it's going to be great for them to catch a vision. And the word I use is to catch an aim for life, a trajectory. And so I'm pleased. They're my wife. I could name a number of people that are involved in it that you would know, but people that love young people and want to make a difference. And we just believe the millennial generation is a great generation, and we want to invest in them.
Well, I think that's great, and invest in our community.
We are doing our best.
So if you had a person that, tell me this: how do you target your
the possibility of a candidate?
how do you target your candidates? How do you find them?
Go about recruiting them?
Yes.
I have every time that we've done this now, we're in our 4th year, I go to Dade County High School. The principal and the education of Dade County is always great to allow me to have about 15 minutes to come speak to the seniors. Last week I was at a high school in Chattanooga. Some other folks that are involved with Inspire Weekend went to Central High School. My wife and I went and spoke to a private Christian school up on Sand Mountain recently. So we just get around and talk to young people who are in high school, and then we invite folks at various churches. Do you know of anyone that could be a possibility for this? And we're always looking for potential. And what we identify as potential is that everybody has potential, but are they willing to come and listen, invest, be a part of it? Beside serious times, of course, of really listening to speakers who come in and engage them in serious conversation. There's lots of fun and games, tons of music, and great food. Every time they turn around, somebody's putting a cup of coffee in front of them or drinks, and all of the food is donated by various restaurants around here. I dare not name one, because if I did, I'd leave one out. But just good people that care about this event. So it takes a lot to put one of these events on. We started working on this one that's coming up this coming weekend. We started working on it back in July.
Well, tell me, how many are you expecting?
We have a cutoff that we feel like, in order to keep it an intimate setting so we can really give a lot of personal attention, we're aiming at 30, and we're right there at 30 already.
Okay, now I know there's cost involved.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the cost, and how is it paid for? I'm sure you have various avenues there that kids can pursue.
Yes, we like for the young people to invest $25, if possible, of their own money, just so they've got some skin in the game.
I agree.
But we never let that stand in the way, but I would say over half do contribute the $25. They figure out a way to make it happen. The whole weekend cost for the food, everything that they receive, is $150. And that's for 3 nights with several meals.
Oh, so there are 3 nights.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually 3 days and then 2 nights.
So
it starts
Friday night and Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Starts at 8 o'clock on Friday morning, November the 2nd. Ends on November the 4th at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And we also have an Inspire 2.0 for those who go through it to come back and get a refresher course. That'll be coming up in January. So this is all under the guise and the vision of the Leadership Table, which is a nonprofit that we established, several of us established. And so it is just, we feel like it's making a huge difference. I'll give you this. We've had a principal of a high school that told us that he nominated one of the young people as the most changed student in the whole year of their senior year in the high school. And he said, I don't know what caused it other than the Inspire weekend, that when they came back from the weekend, they just got down to work and started making good grades, focusing, paying attention. And we just have multiple stories like that of one young person came up to me a few weeks after Inspire, the last one, and said, I had dropped out of church, I had dropped out of college, and I was struggling with my parents. I've renewed my relationship with my parents. I'm back in church, and I've re-engaged in college, and I'm making good grades. So just lots of stories like that.
How wonderful. Okay, well, maybe we'll have you come on afterwards, or maybe we could get a couple of those kids that might want to come on and talk about it afterwards.
I bet they would be glad to.
Okay. Well, Will, that's great. We appreciate all the hard work.
Thank you, Monda. And thanks to all the people who make it happen, which is a big team of folks.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Brown's Tire Pros knows that when you need tires for automotive service, you don't need a hassle. Brown's Tire Pros has been family owned and operated since 1994, and you'll always get friendly customer service and never be sold anything you don't need. We sell major brands of tires like Michelin and BF Goodrich. In fact, Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that'll keep you going for miles to come. Visit us at Brown's Tire Pros in Trenton today or online at brownstirepros.com.
Trust and commitment go hand in hand at Whitwell Pharmacy. Pharmacists Ann Campbell and Steve Ireland, along with their experienced staff, work hard every day to deliver the prescription needs of the Whitwell area. Whitwell Pharmacy is open 6 days a week for your convenience. Whitwell Pharmacy, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until noon. Call 658-6939. Proudly serving the Valley from Whitwell Pharmacy.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of 2 Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is your energy partner. With a mission of providing safe, reliable, affordable electricity, SVEC offers programs and services that help you save money and energy, all while making your home more comfortable. Call us in South Pittsburgh, Dunlap, Pikeville, or Tracy City and find out about easy, affordable heat pump financing and available rebates. Keep up to date on SVEC programs and news and monitor your account by visiting svalleyec.com or download the mobile app for your smartphone from Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative.
Do that. Okay, we're here with Mr. Doug Anderton. Hey, if you have water in Dade County, it comes from this guy. He's over the water company, and he's here to talk to us about a loan, pretty much. I thought it was a grant, but it's a loan.
Well, it's a /loan/grant. It has some grant money with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, and is this money for the water company?
It is. It's for capital improvements. We have, as with a lot of businesses, and especially with water companies, you have you're using pumps, you have tanks that rust out, you have lines that get too small and you have to replace, and you certainly have pumps that you have to replace. So from time to time, you have to have a capital improvement project, and that's what this is.
Right.
We just elected for the first time in a long time to go with USDA. And you and I probably, or at least I had to remember,
Department
Farmers
of
Home Administration.
United States Department of Agriculture.
Yes, and Farmers Home Administration in the early days, and it's evolved with several names through the years. But
well, we've had that guy on here, or some representative, and they actually do loans for individuals as well.
They do. Yeah, especially home loans.
Low interest.
Yeah, low interest home loans. But I think sometime back, it was when this was USDA usually carries this to all the news medias, and when it first came up, there were some questions about, well, what's it for? What's it going for? And at that point in time, whoever was here on it that actually didn't know the details on it, so they asked me to come back and describe the details of the loan and what was using it for. It's a $4.7 million loan.
Oh my goodness!
Well, that sounds big, but we have a loan that's paying off at the same time we're bringing this one in. So, as big as it sounds, it probably will not. It will not affect any rate increases for the Dade County Water Authority citizens. because we have.
Well,
like
that's
I
what
said,
they want to hear.
That's what they want to hear. Yes, and
you know, we have
it's,
good water here.
We do. We have wonderful water.
And I forget because I don't buy bottled water that much. If I do, it's for convenience. It's not because I feel like
Yes.
I've got to drink that water. I just take my water out of the tap all the time. And we have people that visit from out of state, and they're like, "You drink the water out of the?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And then they do it, and they're like, "I can't believe how good your water is." I mean, we forget. We
Yeah.
take a lot of things for granted
Ours
around
is
here.
great, and truthfully, rural America all over the country has great water, and you're talking about systems from a few hundred to 10,000 maybe, and usually, like in my case, I'm here at the Dade County Water Authority. I'm serving water to my friends, my family, people that I know and I see every day, and so I have a vested interest in seeing that we produce the very best product that we can for our citizenry. That is not hardly true of big cities, as we heard in Flint, Michigan. So that's the reason I'm a big supporter of rural water across America, is because of that, the smallness of it.
Well, now I want to switch subjects.
Okay.
Now I'm going to play dumb because I really am dumb on this. I'm like everybody else. I hear a little here and I hear a little there. The water reservoir that we're all talking about, or that the county commission's talking about on Sells Lane.
Yes.
Explain that. Really, I don't know a whole lot about it. How would you explain that to a person? Because I know a lot of people have questions out there.
In 2005, I applied for and received the last increase in the amount of water that I could take out of Lookout Creek. It was, and through my tenure, I started out with I could take 800,000 gallons a day out of Lookout Creek. Then I got that increased to something over 1 million. Then I had it increased to 2 million. And as growth happened, and that was no longer sufficient. And then I finally had to measure the amount of water that flowed down Lookout Creek to receive the last increase in withdrawal. And that was around 2005, and it was for 3.8 million gallons of water per day. So at that time, they pretty well said, because you've got a wastewater treatment plant downstream from your water intake, that this will probably, you had to have a dilution factor. So they said this will probably be the last increase you'll ever be able to get for Lookout Creek. So the Water Authority was chartered in 1958. And from 1958 until now, we're taking 2 million gallons per day out of Lookout Creek. That will, then we can take 3.8 million out. That's what we're licensed to pull
So
out of a blue stream.
we're taking out how much? Did
2
you say?
million.
2 million,
2.0
and we
million
can
gallons
take
a day.
3.8.
But we can 3.8. So a reservoir is not for now. A reservoir is for the future of Dade County. Now,
When you're saying the future, like were we talking 5 years, 10 years?
well, who
20 years?
knows? You know, it took us this long to get to 2 million, but it depends on growth in the county is how fast we'll get to 3.8. But we got years of growth probably left in it. But at that point in time, that's it. We have nothing to turn to.
And something I do know, I know we have had, I know from Nathan being over the IDA, well, and you've been over it before too, and I actually sat on it, but there's certain businesses that will come here and that they'll require like huge amounts of water per day. Now that's actually restricted us at times, hasn't it?
We haven't had any that wanted to come in the area of Trenton Industrial Park that were big users. Shaw Industry was the biggest user we've ever had here. But we've had some that ask us,
That's what I
the
mean.
northern end of the
They
county.
have inquired
about a
then
huge amount of water.
Then it was just basically we couldn't do it. But so the reservoir. So you would say, so you're for this reservoir?
Well, it's the reservoir will give us a back door, so to speak. It'll give us if we want to continue to have our own water system, our own rural water system, our own system here in Dade County, it will give us a means of continuing to have that once that we reach our withdrawal permit from Lookout Creek. The alternative to that will be buying water from Tennessee American. And what will that contract be? How much will you have to pay? You know, nobody knows that yet. But I say in the future, it will give whoever is in power to do that here a choice. And without that reservoir, they will not have a choice.
So is it something that would take years to build?
Well, it necessarily wouldn't take years to build, but you'd probably start on it in years ahead, you know, when you could see the future, see when you're going to need it, you know. But the reservoir is, and I know you see a lot of things as, well, our water bill will double or our water bill will triple. It will not affect the amortization of that kind of debt will not affect anyone's water bill. I mean, the water bill won't go up to pay for a reservoir. It would be paid for over a 15-year period.
Well, how would we pay for it?
Well, you know, there's a lot of options, you know, whether you use some splash funds to do it or whether you just use water revenues to pay for it. But to amortize a $500,000 debt, you're talking about less than $25,000 a year payment schedule. So.
But now, are you talking? I mean, is that what it would cost to do it? Is $500,000?
No, that's the purchase of the property to put it on.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got into all the details about what would be involved, how much would be the expense, but there would be other grants and things available to help
because
build
it's
it once you own the property.
Uh-huh.
It could be used for forms of recreation. It could be used for forestry, as far as putting out fires, to have a place to get water for that. But
so there's a lot of benefits.
It's a back door. Yes, to me, it's a back door for the residents of this county to always have their own water system.
And now is that do most counties have that? I mean, are we just lucky because we have the creek, or?
Every county that has their own water system has to have a raw water source. You know, they have to have a source of getting their water.
Right.
And we have that. We just can see a time in the future when then we cannot take any more water out of Lookout Creek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of thinking ahead as well.
It is.
It is. It's not no kind of. It is thinking ahead.
It's proactive rather than reactive. You know, to get to that point and say, "Oh, goodness, what are we going to do now?"
Well, have we ever had a time in the county where it's been critical?
In 2016 was probably the worst drought that we've ever experienced in the state of Georgia. Our Lookout Creek flows about 11 million gallons a day. And that creek got down to, at that point in time, to about 8 million gallons per day. So we weren't in a critical situation. But the decrease in the flow was about 3 million gallons a day during the time of the drought.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just.
Yep.
I hear, I get questions and I had a few of my own.
Yeah.
And so you've cleared up some of that.
Well, I appreciate it.
Okay, so you're on here. We can say you're on here saying that we cannot expect an increase in our water bill anytime soon.
Not for a reservoir or an expansion project.
Okay.
Usually our water increases come from, we have bonds with the water authority, and so we have to meet bond covenants, and so it's usually most of those rate increases have been very small. We have the cheapest water rates of anyone around us.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
and we have great water. We all know we have great water.
We have the cheapest water rate. This project that's coming up, it's even though it's a $4 million project, part of that, over $1 million of that, is going to pay off an existing loan. Almost $2 million of it, a little less, is going to replace all the meters in the system. They usually have about a 15-year life, and it's time that they have to be replaced. There's a chunk of it going to, we've outgrown our raw water pumps, so we're going to replace our raw water pumps with pumps that will pump more water to build us into the future. Our Sand Mountain pumps have reached their capacity, so we're going to be increasing our Sand Mountain pumps. And it's part of capital improvements. These things wear out, and you have to replace them.
I know.
And,
you got the water you got to take care of, and the sewer you got to take care of.
Yep. And so that's basically what this entire loan is going for, and it's a standard procedure. We do it. We're paying off a capital improvements from the past, and we're starting a new one, and there'll be a time in the future that there'll be a new capital
It's kind of like those SPLOST. About the time we get one paid off, we need another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the equipment wears out. The lines become undersized as you grow, or they need to be replaced.
Technology is just unreal.
And the meters, this is technology. This is electronic meters. Most all the systems have already gone to electronic meters.
Well, things get outdated.
I purposely waited because all the technology in the past, you couldn't grow with it. So there's a lot of water systems wish that they had waited and jumped into it when it could do everything they wanted to do. Now then, they're faced with junking everything they had and going to a newer system to do what they want to do. So this is the right time to get into electronic meters.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to thank Mr. Doug Anderton for coming on, and hopefully he answered some of our questions, and we'll see you later.
I appreciate it, Monda.
All right. Bye-bye.
Delivering top quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services. Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
Methamphetamine affects everyone, your neighbors, your friends, and even your family.
Know the signs.
Physical symptoms include you may have extreme difficulty sleeping and even insomnia, and you may lose your appetite.
Know the signs. Please know the signs.
You can seem nervous and anxious and even have paranoia.
Know the signs.
Overheat easily and sweat without even being hot.
Know the signs.
Dilated pupils and even hair loss.
Know the signs.
Hallucinations and delusions. And you can also have tachycardia, which is a rapid heart rate.
Know the signs.
You may have liver damage and loss of skin elasticity.
Know the signs.
You may notice unexplained financial instability and social isolation.
Know the signs.
You may have a false sense of euphoria, coupled with strong depression and even risky behavior, legal trouble, memory loss, and repeated incarceration.
Please know the signs. Unfortunately, we do.
At First Southern State Bank, putting you first is our priority. First with convenience, with branches in 6 great communities: Fort Payne, Rainsville, Scottsboro, Higdon, and our Stevenson office now recently enlarged and remodeled. First with our friendly, experienced staff, always helpful and ready to serve. And first with our mobile on-the-go banking. Our mobile app is fantastic, user-friendly, secure, and free. So whether it's online or in person, you're our first priority at First Southern State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, we are here with Mr. Nathan Wooten. And you're here to talk about the Business Expo.
I'm here to talk about the Business Expo.
This is the third year.
This is the third year. So far, the biggest year. It will be at Dade County High School on Saturday, December the 8th. It will be open to the public from 10 till 4. And then, of course, after 4, you go grab something to eat, and you go to the Trenton Chamber Christmas Parade.
But now we're hoping they'll eat at the expo.
We're hoping they'll eat at the expo.
Now tell us who's going to have food there.
So our food court, we went to 2 local vendors, Thatcher's Barbecue, who everybody knows, and our newest food person in town, Jefferson's, will be there as well.
Now, what if they're not open yet? Will they still be there?
They'll still be there.
Because they have another
That's
Jefferson's.
right. That's
okay.
right. So Jefferson's and Thatcher's will be providing food. The show will be open again from 10 to 4. We will be in the gym, and it's looking like in the Commons area. There's about 80 vendors right now, and they're still signing up. We get new ones every day.
Well, tell me some of the unique vendors. They're all unique, but different vendors. I'm sorry, different vendors.
There's going to be everybody from Gill Manufacturing is going to be there doing a recruiting thing.
For jobs?
For jobs.
That's great.
Bottom Dollar Tools that y'all know. Factory Connection that you know. Both of our local chiropractors will be there. The Chattanooga Allergy Clinic will be there. There'll be everything from jewelry to Avon to Pampered Chef to...
Hey, I know this was a big booth last year. Angie Dean does the LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe, yeah.
And hey, people love those clothes, and she does a big sale. So, I mean, people her booth was just busy the whole time.
And then we have two new vendors this year that I think are kind of neat. One, we have a gentleman in town that does the inflatables for kids. He's going to bring all of his inflatables over, and hopefully it's going to be warm enough to set those up outside. And then there's a fella who lives here in Dade County who has a small business in Chattanooga called Sleepyhead Coffee. And what he does is he goes door to door, downtown Chattanooga, door to door selling coffee and danishes and pastries.
When you're saying door to door, you mean commercial door to door?
Commercial door to door down, and he told me that he has so many customers downtown that he usually knows what it is those people are going to order before he gets there. So he has a mobile unit, and he goes ahead and gets it prepared, and then he just makes his stops every day.
Hey,
so
that's an idea for a business here.
There you go. So he's going to be going door to door. Fast Turtle Tax will be back. They'll have the turtle races again, which the kids love. We've got new vendors, the Lemon Drop. We've got Mangy Mutt's Woodcrafts. We've got the list just goes on and on. And
so
on.
There'll be a lot of people there selling things.
Oh, absolutely.
Carry-outs, and we've or you've asked most people to kind of put on a sale so that people really know they're to encourage
Uncle
people
Lars
to come.
is going to be there. They'll have their, and then of course one of the big things that we've kind of made a tradition of doing is every half hour we'll be giving away door prizes. It could be a gift basket, it could be gift cards, it could be money, and then at the end of the day at 4:00 we'll have
huge grand prize.
two drawings for grand prizes.
If a person wanted to sign up to be a vendor,
if they want to sign up to be a vendor, they need to send me a text message or email me their email address. Actually go to the Facebook page, Dade Small Business Christmas Expo. That's the best way. Go there, send an email address, and we'll get you a vendor form.
Hey, and the one thing to
it's only
remember,
$20 for a booth.
The one thing to remember is if whatever product you're selling, you will be the only one there, because if someone else tries to come in,
we've tried not to duplicate. We've tried not to duplicate. We've tried. So you
like Angie does the LuLaRoe.
Yeah.
Nobody else can do it.
You may want to ask that question if you send a message, because right now we're at 80 vendors, and if you will look on that Facebook page, you will see most of them, and I'll be updating that this week. So all the vendors will be there at some point this week. So you might want to look and make sure whatever it is you do is not already being done.
Okay. All right.
It'll be a great event.
Okay. Very well attended every year. Okay, we'll be right back with Miss Marshanna Sharp, and she's going to share some pictures from the Trick or Treat Alley.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services, including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, or our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. At Reed Funeral Home of Whitwell, a tradition of caring is carried out through a personal commitment to each family. Our experienced staff and funeral directors and embalmers stand ready to help you through your toughest times. We offer every type of funeral service, from traditional to cremation or any combination of life celebration. Depend on the Reed family and Reed Funeral Home of Whitwell, 11675 Highway 28 in Whitwell, 658-5516. Reed Funeral Home.
When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope.
Looking for a great way to change your look? You'll find the friendly professionals at A Classy Cut Salon ready to care for you. A Classy Cut Salon is in the Grove Shopping Center next to the Dollar General. We serve men and women of all ages at A Classy Cut Salon. Call 657-5607. That's 657-5607 for an appointment, or just walk right in for your next classy cut from A Classy Cut Salon in the Grove Shopping Center, Highway 11 North in Trenton.
Folks around these parts have put their trust in the Ponder name for filling their prescriptions for decades. Jennifer Ponder Hicks, Doctor of Pharmacy, continues the tradition of fast, friendly, and personal service at Ponder's Mountain Pharmacy. Ponder's Mountain Pharmacy is convenient to our customers between Dobbins and North Sand Mountain School, next to Northeast Alabama Health Services. Ponder's Mountain Pharmacy gladly accepts most insurance plans, including Alabama Medicaid. When the need arises, have your doctor phone Ponder's Mountain Pharmacy at 597-4020. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Ponder's Mountain Pharmacy.
We're here with Miss Marshana, one of the hardest working women in Dade County, who is the director of our library.
No, I'm the manager. I have a director. Well, you always do.
Well, hey, whatever. This is the top dog of our library. But anyway, Trick or Treat Alley was great, wasn't it?
It was.
I was so impressed. I was always outside, so I never came in the library. I could not believe that library was beautiful. It was great.
We've been turning it into a storybook. Let's see, 3 years now. I think this is our third year that we've done. No, fourth, maybe your fourth.
Well, now,
but we've been doing it for 10 years.
Did you get any kind of a possible count as to how many kids?
We did. We had someone, well, not kids, but just actual people coming through.
Yeah, that's fine.
We had someone counting. They walked away for a little while, but their last count on the thing was 1387.
So you know you had...
We know we had 1387.
But then they walked away, so... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's 1387.
It's hard. We were all trying to keep count, but you get distracted and giving out candy.
It was unreal. Nathan went to get candy twice.
I was prepared this year. I brought all my candy from home and kept it in my office so that we could replenish everybody's candy.
I know. Tish went over there and started the booth, and I said, well, how many? She said, I'm giving out fruit snacks.
Yeah.
And, they're kind of expensive. And I said, well, how many did you get? She said, I got enough for 250. I said, that's not gonna do it.
Mm-mm.
And she said, well, how many do you think? I said, well, at least 1,000.
Tell them 600 to 800. I think
but it's been at least 1,000 every year.
One booth we got, we had right around 800. We had like little packs and stuff. I think we had around 800 of those, and I think they gave all of those out. So I know it was a little bit over 800 kids for sure, because they gave one out.
We ran out once, and you know what I started giving out? I picked up them glow sticks. They had just huge amounts of glow sticks directing their path, and the kids kept wanting them, and the parents would say, no.
Yeah, Lisa Stevens from Lookout Mountain Community, she had those glow sticks she brought, and we lined the pathway, and I was telling some of the kids they could take them, but I got taken away from the front door and didn't tell them anymore, so I guess they thought they couldn't.
When we ran out, I went up through there and picked me up a big bunch of them, and the kids loved them. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them. We told them they could take them. We ended up having several of those left, but
well, let's start showing these pictures real quick.
These are some pictures that Christy Prince took for us. We do have some more at the library, but we didn't have all of them. Well, not all of those. I guess you took some of these.
No, I didn't take any of these.
Okay, I don't
These
know.
are just Christy's. That's the lined up to get in the library.
She took that one, but there were some I sent, so we don't know where all these pictures came from. But she did take some of them. Oh, Cheryl sent them. Okay, so those are not the ones that we had.
Oh, look at that! Now that little boy won the zombie walk. That's Costello's, Jessica Costello's little boy.
Yeah, he was in there giving candy out in the library.
Isn't that great? Oh, look at that zombie.
Then you may not have the ones we had inside the library. I sent them to him, but I don't think he's got those on there because we had some for inside the library. He didn't have those.
Well, Cheryl was in charge of the zombie walk, so I bet most of those were all the zombies. Yeah. Oh, I hate that we didn't have more. Oh, okay.
Okay. Did send you some. It says trick or treat in the subject, and it's some from inside the library, and it has the group pictures of the Oompa Loompas and all of us that had dressed up.
Y'all looked great.
They did. They did a awesome job. The staff, they decided the characters we were going to be, and they decided what booths. I have an excellent staff, Faith, April, Rebecca, and Georgianne, and they decorated and they worked. And the trustees, the sheriff's department, they came over and helped and worked, and they designed all those sets and put them together with cardboard, and I have a wonderful team that helped us put it together.
And I'm telling you, those trustees, I mean, I know they change, but, you know, they've got something going on over there at the Sheriff's Department. I really think good, because those trustees, they are not, you know, you can talk to them. We get them for the street department. And those guys, they actually like the jailers, they like the deputies, and they'll tell you, you know, they just got a job they've got to do. You know, they go by the rules, but you know, they're not abused and harassed, and, you know, I think our sheriff's department realizes they're still people. They just made a mistake, and
I think they really respect them over there, and they
respect them.
They do the work. They come over. They respect us. They don't talk out of line. And, you know, they're really respectful, and they do their job, and they know that, you know, they've got. You've got some pictures. Okay,
yeah, let's
great.
see those. We've got some more pictures. Let's see those.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's one of them.
There's one of the Oompa Loompas. And that was our chocolate waterfall, and
all the
candy they made, and rocks, and there's some of their booths. And that was our golden ticket room, and that's just one of the tables in the golden ticket room. The police department gave out golden tickets, and if the children got a golden ticket, they got to come into that room, and there's some of the police officers that were working the door, and we have some of the linemen that came out and helped us give out candy, and these are some of the booths outside. And there's the
line.
Part of the line, yeah.
Oh, and there's Marshana.
Mrs. Willy Wonka. It's Wilhelmina Wonka, I told him. Okay, you can take that picture off of there.
That's great, Marshana. That's great. Well, thank you for coming on.
Okay.
And again, another big success at the library.
Thank everybody that came out and everybody that sponsored.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to have to take a minute real quick here. Okay, this is Tommy Bradford recognition. Tommy Bradford, let me read this real quick. Major Tommy Bradford's valor is being recognized at UTC's Military and Hometown Heroes Appreciation Football Game on November the 10th. Major Bradford will be an honorary team captain and will participate in the coin toss prior to the game. UTC would appreciate you assisting and spreading the word so that Dade County can come out and support Major Bradford at this recognition. Tickets for the game can be purchased at www.gomocs.com or by calling 423-266-MOCS, M-O-C-S. So please get that out. Please get word out so we can go and support Major Bradford. All right, and thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you next week.
You've been watching Around Town on KWN Community TV Channel 7. The views and opinions on tonight's program are not necessarily those of staff nor the management of KWN Community TV Channel 7 and Dade County Broadcasting Incorporated. Join us every week for another edition of Around Town on KWN TV 7.